Welcome to the Stacey A. Cross Show. Be, do, have, the creative process. April 1st, I will be independent of the employer I've been working for the past 7 years. I can only say this freely now because I have set an intention in 2016. In this episode, I want to talk about the be, do, have creative process and how the subconscious can be reprogrammed to project the reality that you want. Now, the reality that you want is nowhere close to the reality that you have right now. In 2016, I walked out of a seminar and figured out some goals. These goals were far off from where I was at that time. I literally just said, I quit gambling, redirected my addiction, but what shall I do with my time? The fastest way to redirect any bad habit is to replace it with a better one. Before I continue on, please share this episode in your network and subscribe to my podcast. Sign up for my 30-day video program I call Building Blocks to Success, where I give you tools and resources that you can use to activate inside. You're activating something inside so you could change your life, to vibrate higher, to change your mindset. To supplement my free 30-day program, which you could join now by visiting www.howtogetoncomfortable.com, www.howtogetoncomfortable.com, or thecomfortkillers.com. I wrote a book to supplement this course, How to Change Your Life Using Tools You Already Have, which tells my personal story and the very techniques I use to change my mindset, therefore changing my life. You could pre-order the copy of your book, and I want to sign it for you if you get it done, I'm telling you, within the next couple of days, because the pre-ordering and the signing copies will be over with. If you do it right now or within the next day or two, go to thecomfortkillerbook.com, thecomfortkillerbook.com. I'll send you that. I'll sign a copy. I'll get it to you. We should start shipping those things out by, at minimum, April 1st. So, the book is awesome. If you don't know who I am Stacey A. Cross. There's no E in my name. It's another beautiful Thursday afternoon, and I'm coming to you live from Philadelphia, where we had snow for 2 days, and it's so beautiful. Even looking out my window right now, it's still so beautiful, white, puffy snow. But if you're out there and you're in an area with tons of snow and ice and pellets or whatever, just be careful. But I'm telling you right now, it's such a beautiful sight to see. So again, visit my website, The Comfort Killer Book, if you want to pre-order a book. Go to howtogetoncomfortable.com to sign up for my free 30-day video program. I'm pretty much your coach on this. Be, do, have. Be, do, have. Let's say it together. Be, do, have. When you read a book or you go to a seminar or invest in your self-improvement, we usually start off with doing. A person says, hey, you ought to do this thing and then you will get this result. Then shortly after you begin doing, you slowly revert back to your comfortable state of not doing. It is because you don't agree with that person or identity yet, that person of doing. Your ego loves to comfort and protect you from any harm. So doing something completely opposite will not just work, or it will not be long lasting. You will soon return home where you belong. That approach is do, have, be. In order to have riches, you have to do first. That approach is totally wrong. When I was doing business consulting for a short period of time, I was charging $1,470 for a package that included a custom video, funnel, lead generation, which I would pay for. Immediately, I thought to myself, wow, that's a lot of money. So I have to prove to my client that I was working hard for it. I stayed up late nights, corresponded via phone and email frequently to give them updates of what I was doing. Then ensuring my time was filled with doing, all because I thought that it was necessary to match the amount of work with the money. When you are working a 9 to 5 and you earn, let's say, 2 grand every 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden you get a client that paid you 75% of your wages in one day, your subconscious isn't aligned to this huge difference, this gap. You cannot accept that it should and come this easily, so you make up for this lack in mindset or scarcity mindset by doing more than is needed to make yourself believe that you are adequate and prove that you are worthy of such a payday. You are not already the person that this happens to. Get it? Life won't change for you until you change what you are doing, and what you will not be doing, what is needed to be done for a long period of time until you change your being. So I'm going to say that again. Life won't change for you until you change what you are doing. And you will not be doing what is needed to be done for a long period of time until that change is met, because you did not change your being. The correct creative process and life-changing approach is be, do, have. Here is a summary of an email I received a few weeks ago from Daryl Rutherford, author of a book that has just entered my top 5 dead or alive. So why aren't you rich? God individuated himself in you, giving you 2 awesome godlike powers. Being power. The power to create your own reality by choosing who you will be. Attracting power. The ability to attract who and what belongs with that way of being. So you get 2 awesome superpowers. 1, being power. 2, attracting power. A new being commitment is simply a new agreement you've made with yourself about who you will be. And once you've committed, the source automatically delivers the appropriate content for that way of being. But being an individualization of God is only half the equation. God also gave you an ego as the means by which you would experience life in the reality of your being choices. And your ego doesn't like reality concept changes. So when you make a new being commitment, your ego will resist that change with all its considerable might. When I charged $14.70 for a package and was paid in one day, and really it's about one day, maybe a day and a half of work, or a few hours, not even a whole day, I didn't match that to the person I was being, so I had to prove to myself. The ego said, you're not worthy. So I didn't look at that and say, oh, wow, this is an ego problem. This is a being problem. I looked at it and said, I got to make myself worthy and adequate of this. So I did more, which doesn't last. It's not suitable, and it's not sustainable. Here's another example of how I know this to be true, the concept of be, do, have. In 2016, I ran home from the seminar and wrote a few goals on a piece of paper. Then a few months after that, I created a freedom date. This date was when I would leave my employer and go out 100% and create the life and business that I imagined. The freedom date was challenged by the ego, by my reality, by the circumstances, by my own self-worth 3 times. It's challenged by fears, doubt. The first time I kept giving the universe incorrect signals. If you want something and proclaim it yours, are you giving the universe another signal? See, I had set a stone cold freedom date, but I was applying for promotions in my 9 to 5. That doesn't align with my intention, and it sure confuses the hell out of the powers within the universe to attract to me what I needed to fulfill my demand. The first freedom date came and passed. The second one I created March 17, 2017, a year ago. I didn't believe in my abilities and doubted myself. So as a result, the universe didn't keep up its end. of the bargain because I was confused again about what I wanted, truly. Now, this time, I went at it again. But here's what happened. I have no fear, no doubt, no second thoughts, no problems, no thoughts of failure. It's like I have become someone else. My decision was made and I jumped. I choose no to security and choose yes to a lifestyle and reality that I want because I trust the process. I trust in the being and my attracting power that I'm going to generate all that is needed to make my demands successful, to make it come true, to make my reality match up to my consciousness. A healthy lifestyle, a healthy business, a healthy mindset. I choose to be rich. One of my employees asked me, Stacy, why would you leave security? I answered, why wouldn't I? He asked, there's plenty of opportunity in this job. I answered back, there's 3 times, 10 times, infinity times the amount outside. It wasn't the answer he was expecting. He wanted me to be doubtful and resist my new change, just like my ego. But too late. I'd already changed the person I was just a year ago. I didn't even have the answer. I didn't even have to answer him now. This is no one's business but mine. I choose to be the solution, the cause, the creator. Again, from my friend Daryl Rutherford, author of now a top 5 book, Dead or Alive authors in my catalog, says, the source knows who you are being and always delivers appropriate content. That's important. When I was confused and befuddled and sending the wrong signals out, I got exactly who I was being. But being an individualization of God is only half the equation. God also gave you an ego, the means by which you would experience life in the reality of your being choices. And your ego doesn't like reality concept changes. So when you make a new being commitment, your ego will resist that change with all its considerable might. So the first thing I did to stop trying to do first, if I am to have everything I want and desire, I have to be the person that chooses to have that. My ego got the best of me in 2016, 2017, and through being, it has learned that it is what it is. So I've just given you 2 examples from my life. Do you have any examples from your life and how to be, do, have, or have you been, do, have, be? Where the being is the end state that is never reached. Lottery ticket winners without this be, do, have approach will always lose everything they won. Give them some time, a couple years, maybe even sooner, they will lose it. They never thought of themselves to be the person to already have such winnings. So they will always revert back to the person they know they are. Again, subscribe, comment, share. If you found value in this quick episode, email hello@thecomfortkillers.com. If you have any questions, testimonies, I would love to read them over the air Thursdays, noon. And guess what? I don't have an intro to this show. I haven't had one. This is my 3rd show now without having one. So I'll get that back up for those that love listening to that in the beginning. But I wanted to give you this quick nugget. It doesn't have to be a long show for today. I gave you 2 examples. I would love if you give me a couple examples if you're doing this do, have, be, or instead of be, do, have. Link me on all my socials. You can find me at Stacy A. Cross. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Comfort Killers. Purchase your copy of my book, How to Change Your Life Using Tools You Already Have, by visiting www.thecomfortkillers.com, www.thecomfortkillers.com, or thecomfortkillersbook.com. Let's make it even easier. Also, last thing, sign up to my free 30-day program, video program, and receive personal coaching from me to learn this thing and much more in 30 days. I want to be your personal coach. I'm here to help you change that mindset. to activate the tools that you have inside you, the power that you have, the power to be through your choices, the power to attract. I want you to magnetize. You're just a thought vibration being walking around attracting to you what you're thinking, what your dominant thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Stacey A. Cross, and there is no E in my name. Until next time.